welcome back to my channel. This is Sharon here, and today's video is going to be part one of my coloring book collection. Now I say part one because I decided that at this point in time I have so many books that it's best that I just go ahead and break it up into several different parts. Now I guess I have to do the regular disclaimer. Now this was a much asked for requested video, so this is going to be a group of videos dedicated to the same thing. Probably about 3 or 4 different parts to show all of my coloring books, okay? But the regular disclaimer I guess I have to do is, even though I'm showing my collection and talking about each book and stuff, I am not bragging. I have to do the disclaimer, like in no way, shape, or form is this bragging. You know, I'm not showing this collection just to brag, blah blah blah. You know how that goes. But this was a much asked for, requested video, so I am doing it. And you know, if truth be told, I'm rather proud of my collection. I am very, very happy with my collection. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the show. Now, I'm not going to be doing whole flip-throughs of the books or anything. I will show you, if I think about it, I'll show you a work in progress or a completed page or whatever if I think about it, if I know I have something in that particular book. But otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and just pretty much show you the front covers of the books and so forth, okay? So I'm not going to leave links to the books on Amazon. However, in the description section, you will find my Amazon affiliate link. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you purchase anything from any links that I provide, then I get a small, tiny little commission back, and that just goes back into help support the channel. And that way I can bring new books and things and do giveaways and stuff to show you guys. In the description section, I also have my little tip jar. So if anyone is so inclined to put something in there, you can buy me a coffee if you are so inclined. Not necessary, but it is there in case anybody would wish to. And although I won't leave links to the books themselves, like I said, the affiliate link is in there. So if you shop using that link, then that'll help out too. Alright, so on with the program. So, I think I'm going to be starting out with my Creative Haven books, okay? So first of all, we have Winter Wonderland. Okay. Next is Whimsical Gardens. Next one is Christmas Trees. Seems like I have my Christmas books sort of first, my winter and Christmas books first. Okay, next we have Vintage Christmas Windows. Next one is Art Deco Fashions. Okay, Art Deco Fashions. Then we have Dazzling Dogs. The next one is Hearts. So perfect for Valentine's Day. I'll just show you a couple of the pages in here. I don't have anything colored in this one as of yet. I got this one kind of after Valentine's Day last year, so I didn't really do anything in this one, but I plan to do some this year for a Valentine's color along. Okay, next is Dream Doodles. Dream Doodles. Oops. Okay, next one is Tessellation Patterns. Tessellation Patterns. Then we have Dimensions. The next one is American Beauties. This one's a fairly new one that I had gotten for myself just fairly recently, I think. Next one is Winter Scenes. Next is Vintage Christmas Greetings. Now I'm going to put these kind of in the front, that way I've got like all of my Christmas and winter ones together. There we go. Kind of keep things sort of organized. Spring Scenes. Spring Scenes. Next one is Entangled Dragonflies. Then next we have Owls. This one is such a cute book. Then we have Fanciful Faces. Then we have summer scenes. Let There Be Love. Looks like another Valentine's one. Okay. Just a couple of the pages in here. I don't have anything done in this one, but here's a few of the pages in that one. Then we have Fabulous Fashions of the 1950s. Flower Fashion Fantasies. Ornamental Fashions. Americana. This is the Saturday Evening Post Americana. Jazz Age Fashions. And then we have Norman Rockwell Classics. Next one is Italian Renaissance. Oops. Then we've got Color Your Own Monet. Color Your Own Monet. And it's got all of his painting, well, not all, maybe not all of them, but it's got a bunch of his paintings that you can color in. Art Nouveau, let's see, Art Nouveau Animal Designs. Okay. Then Alice in Wonderland, let's see, Alice in Wonderland Designs. Autumn Scenes. Celestial Mandalas. Then we have, let's see, let me see if I have any more. Yeah, here's some more Creative Haven. Enchanted Fairies. Enchanted Fairies. Mandala Techolations. Mandala Techolations. Techolations. Really spit that one out, huh? Then we have Snowflake Mandalas. Then Christmas Mandalas. I think I'm going to put these kind of toward the front and keep all my Christmas stuff together. Okay. Let me just slide these in here. Ugh. Yikes. Alright. Do something with that. Alright. Then the next one I have is this deluxe one. This is a Creative Haven Paisley Patterns. This is one of those like 4 books in one thing deals. And as you can see, it is huge. It's huge, huge, huge. I haven't done anything in this one yet. It's still basically untouched. But it's one of those that's got the 4 books in one. Okay. So let me see if I have any more Creative Haven before. I know I have some more Creative Haven. Before I get into the actual Dover ones. Let's see. Okay, Creative Haven, Ugly Holiday Sweaters. I kind of forgot I had this one, but I did one out of here. This is one of them that I did for Sweet Colorful Christmas, and I did most of this in a Color Gab. Used Prismacolors on that one. So that's going to be slid in there with all of my Christmas ones. Alright. And then, let's see. Okay, then I have Creative Haven Designer Desserts. And I think I have a work in progress in here. Yeah, this one isn't quite done yet. But I started on this little cake here. So that's what I'm working on in this book, in Designer Desserts. Okay. Now moving on to the Dover ones. And let me go ahead and get this one first. This is Antique Dolls, and I got several of them done in here. I did this one for a color along last summer. I believe I used my Tombow Orogentons and some stickles. And then I did, let me see if I can find it here. I did one with Stephanie as a buddy color. Let's see. You're basically getting another flip through of this book. All right, even though I did one on my channel already. Okay, so this one here I did with Stephanie for a buddy color this past week. This was done with, what did I use on this? What did I use on those? Oh, I used my Arteza pencils on this one when they came in. So that was done with my Artezas. And then I do have a work in progress in here. I started another one while I was on the messenger talking with Stephanie. And let me see if I can find her. Let's see if I can find her. Okay, this one here on the left, I also started with Stephanie while we were just chatting. This wasn't necessarily a buddy color, but she had started hers and got hers done while we were chatting, and then I had started mine. And this is supposed to be a bride. This is like a little bride doll. This one isn't done yet, but I did start her. And I decided to do her dress in different colors rather than white. And I'm using my Prismas on this, but my Prismacolors. But since now, okay, I know the stereotypical wedding dress is white, but I decided to do something different because, like, if you just did white, there wasn't going to be too much here to color. So, you know, because white pencil doesn't really show up on white paper, so I decided to do something a little different. And Stephanie, you know, did the same thing. She did something different on it too. But here's how far I got on this picture in this book from Antique Dolls. Okay, and that's all I got done in this one. Here, let's see, I think I'll do the stained glass ones next. I'm not ready to do that one just yet. Okay, so next is Princess. This is from Dover, and I have a work in progress in this one, a double page spread. Let me try to find it here. Okay, all right, here is what I'm doing in this book. Now, I started this one as a color and gab with you guys, okay? Let me just pull that over so we can see it a little bit better. I started this with the color and gab with you guys on camera, and I started, I was using my Koh-i-Noor tritones on the brickwork and stuff, and then I screwed up and I colored in the windows like they were brickwork, so I decided to go ahead and erase all that, and then I went ahead and made them windows and stuff. And so I'm using my Koh-i-Noor tritones, my Tombow Orogentons, and then for the columns, I grabbed a couple of grays from the Holbein set and started doing that. So this is a work in progress in the Princess book. I'd say maybe a little bit over half done on it, but I still have to do this part over here, still got to do the skin tones and stuff. But after I got done with the color and gab on this one with you guys, like, I spent a good part of an afternoon just working on this one, but I still got quite a ways to go before getting that one done. So that's what this one looks like in this book, in the Princess book. Okay, moving onwards, now we're going to go through the books kind of fast again here. So this one here is Unicorns. We're moving on to the Dover books, the actual Dover books. We did Creative Haven, now we're doing Dover. Okay, then I have Mermaids. Okay, next one is Fairy Fashions. Fairy Fashions. Then we've got Fashions of the Roaring Twenties. Fashions of the Roaring Twenties. Then we have Mystical Mermaids. Mystical Mermaids. Then we have Dragons. Dragons Coloring Book. Next one is Wondrous Wizards. Wondrous Wizards. Then we have Fairyland. Next is Mystical Mandalas coloring book. I believe this is like volume 1. I think they have a volume 2 of this one, but I don't have that. So that's, I guess, would be considered volume 1. Then we have 3D Designs. 3D Designs. Okay, then we have Infinite Designs coloring book. Then we have Fairy Tales, or Famous Fairy Tales, I should say. I should read the whole title, Famous Fairy Tales. Then we have Goddesses. This is Goddesses. Angels. Angels. Then Stories from the Old Testament. Late Victorian and Edwardian fashions. Civil War fashions coloring book. Fashions of the Old South. Victorian fashions. Empire fashions. Godey's fashions, or Godey's fashions. Victorian houses. Victorian houses. The Victorian house. Now this one is different from this book because this one has actual houses in it. Like kind of on the outside, you know, these have actual houses that you can color, like the exteriors. But this one here is it features one house and it's just got like all of the different rooms to color in. Whoops. So these have different rooms in a particular house to color in. So yeah, so it's those two are different, you know. So I just wanted to go ahead and point that out. Okay. This one is Geometric Designs coloring book. This was one of the first coloring books I ever had as an adult. Carousel Animals coloring book. Then we have Classic Cars of the 50s. Now I was kind of laughing when I got this one because I got that one. I'm not really a car person, but I got that one, you know, with John in mind, my husband. And so I showed it to him and he's like, now, you can't color this unless I'm with you because I don't want you to color the cars all wrong. So he has to kind of tell me what colors to put down on the cars. But yeah, we have some different cars in here. I've not done anything in this book because it would be such a sacrilege if I colored it wrong. All right, Pretty Princess. Okay, now onward to the stained glass ones. Or wait, I have, hold on, I have a couple more here. I have a couple more. Okay, Renaissance Fashions. That's a fairly new one I got. And then Kings and Queens of England. Kings and Queens of England. And I think I had a First Ladies Fashions in here, but I probably have it, somewhere else right now, and I don't have it handy, but it'll turn up. I probably have that in a different pile because that one is fairly new, and I have a lot of my new ones kind of put together. But I do have a Fashions of the First Ladies coloring book. It's just not in this pile right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and move onward with the stained glass coloring books. Okay, so this first one is Dogs. Now I do have one done in here. I started this one with the Color and Gab with you guys and then just finished it up off camera. Actually, I still got a little bit to do, I think. Yeah, it's almost done. It's not quite done, so consider this a work in progress. But this was had been done with my Holbeins, And that's all I have done in this one here, but these are the labs. Okay, so that's what I have done in this book. Okay, then I have Princess Leonora. This one's a fairly new one I got too. Princess Leonora. Then I have Nativity. So these are different nativity scenes, like from the Christmas story. Then we have Garden Fairies. I really like these stained glass coloring books. I really do. Then we have Butterfly Fairies. Then we have Magical Unicorns. Okay, then we have Tiffany Designs. Tiffany Designs. Artful Eggs from Around the World. This would be really good for Easter. Magic Garden Fairies. Wizards and Dragons. Amazing Angels. Carousel Horses. Carousel Horses. Mermaids. Whoops, there we go. Mermaids. Okay, then we have Old Testament scenes. Old Testament scenes. Now I did do one in here. I did Adam and Eve. Again, I started this with the Color and Gab with you guys on camera, and then I finished this up off camera. This was done, I think, with my polychromos. Now, they kind of look, I kind of messed up their skin tones a little bit. They look more orange than anything else, so they're kind of orangey orange, but this is Adam and Eve, and then I put some stickles on it, too. So I put some stickles, like, on this part down here. And then up here, of course, we have the serpent and the tree and everything. But that's all the ones I did in there. But I did do Adam and Eve. Then next is Art Nouveau windows. Then we've got fanciful butterflies. Fanciful butterflies there. Witches. Witches. Fairyland. Now, I do have an extra copy of this Geometrical Designs coloring book. I did end up getting a second one because, and let me just kind of explain why now. It used to be like when I started in coloring, I used to just copy like everything that I was going to color onto different paper and just kind of leave my books blank. And so I had started actually coloring in this book. And I thought, you know, I should just copy everything onto different paper. So then I ended up getting a second copy to have a clean book. And then I just went back to coloring in the books. So yeah, but I do have quite a bit done in here. There's some that are works in progress. But this is actually one of my testing books. Now, this is one of the first coloring books I ever got. And so I did quite a bit in here. Just to test out my different pencils and just to kind of practice on, you know, so that I could improve. So some of the pictures in here aren't very good that I did. Some of them are okay, but some of them really aren't that good in here. I just started this one out, and I started using my Tombow Orojitons with that one. There's another one that I got done in there. Here's a couple more. Those, I think, one of them was done with Prismas, one was done with polychromos. So this one here I used a lot when I was just first starting in coloring. And so they're not, some of them really didn't come out all that great. But see that one there, I'm not real happy with. That was one of my very, very first attempts. So some of them I'm just not super happy with. And then there's another one right there. So I do have quite a bit done in this book, actually. Here's another one. And I think you might have seen a lot of these because I know that I've showed these before. This diamond came out pretty good. I was actually quite happy with that. And I think that's all I have done in here. Yep, that's all I have done in that book. So this is one of my testing books. And somebody asked, like, why do I do mandalas and geometrics when I'm testing? Well, just because I do. I mean, that was the very first thing that I ever colored. And so I tend to just kind of go back to that when I'm just wanting to test and just do stuff. But yeah, so that's that book. And then next I have Celtic knot work. Now I had torn out quite a few in this book because I've actually done several in this book. I don't think I have anything done in here that I kept in here. I think actually there's one. There's one I did that that I kept in the book. But a lot of what I did in here is I took it out of the book and put it in my binder. So I have more done in here than what it looks like. It's just they're not here in the book anymore. It's Celtic knot work. And then I have rose windows. This is a Creative Haven one. And I've done several in this one. Let's see. Let me try to find them. I've done several in this one. Okay, there's one I did. I think I did that on camera with you guys. And let's see what else we have. Okay, here is... Okay, here's one I did with my Touch Soft markers. Now, I probably should have lightened up the colors here because I did it just way too dark, and then there's the background on it too, but I did that way too dark with those markers. And then as you can tell, it's a good thing it's single-sided because as you can tell, it does bleed through a lot. I think there's another one that I did too. Okay, here's I think that's all I must have done in there. I thought I had done another one, but anyway, I think that's all I got done in here. I thought I had more, but apparently not. Okay, but anyway, that's rose windows. And then I think the last book that I'm going to show you guys in this video, because I don't want to make these videos too long, and then I'll continue the series in part 2 where I show all of the other or more coloring books I have. So the last coloring book I'm going to show you guys in this video is from Adult Coloring Book World, and it is Mandalas, Mandala coloring book. And I didn't do anything in this one yet. This is a single-sided one with just all mandalas in here. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Creative Haven, but not quite. So those are all of the coloring books in part 1 that I'm going to show you guys. So stay tuned for part 2 where I show more coloring books. I think we're going to end up making this at least probably at least 4 parts. Okay, so be on the lookout for part 2, but that is pretty much like all of my Creative Haven and Dover coloring books. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Part 2 will be coming soon. You all have a great day, and if you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button, but better yet, hit that bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Hit that like button, of course. Bye, guys.